Hey gorgeous, this is episode number 200. You are listening to Heart Sells Podcast. I'm your host, Christine Schlonski, and this is another Variety Friday. So let's hold on for a moment and celebrate 200 episodes of Heart Sells Podcast. This is so super exciting, and I am so grateful for you, my dear listener, that you are tuning in, that you are supporting Heart Sells Podcast, that you have signed up for the empowerment notes to get additional content that I usually do not share on social media. And today I just thought, well, what can I talk about today? What can I do for episode 200 to make it special, like I do for every episode, but to make it special and to really help you to get to that next level? Maybe it's just a little something that you are missing on your path to success, on your path to creating a life beyond your wildest dreams and having that impact in your business that you truly, truly desire. And I have looked at all of my clients. I have looked at of the feedback that I'm getting from you guys, of the questions I'm getting, of the coachings and mentoring I'm doing. And I found one very, very important component, maybe even the biggest component to actually get to that next step and to unleash all of your power and confidence, beauty, uniqueness, authority, knowledge, whatever you have within you. And this is actually letting go of the fear of being yourself. And I've seen that over and over again, and also have experienced it in my life when we are afraid of being ourselves, of being not good enough, of being not smart enough, of maybe being too old or too young or not well educated enough or just not polished enough. This is really what holds us back in our life, in our business. And this is also when we really manage to drop that fear of being ourselves and we allow ourselves to step into this beautiful place where we are who we are, not trying to be someone else or to be a better version that we have not yet accomplished. That is where magic is created, because now you really own your uniqueness. And here are the things that can happen. And obviously these things are quite intimidating, because it could happen that people stop interacting with you. It could happen that some of your friends are fading out. It could happen that, you change your business, or you change your relationships, or you change the town you're living in. I mean, everything could happen once you start being who you are. Once you understand your own desires and you go for them. Once you understand the value you bring to the world and the way in which you bring it. We all are a little bit weird at times, or quirky or strange to others because they just don't get from where we're coming from. And I think understanding that this is okay. Not everybody in this whole wide world is going to love you. Not everybody in this whole wide world will think everything you do is awesome. The person who needs to believe it most is you. And once you start walking down that path, it will be so liberating, because now you allow your uniqueness to shine. And with that uniqueness, you will call in the right clients, the soulmate clients, as I call them, those people that want to be like you when they grow up, so to speak. Those people that are looking forward to your message. Those people that follow your path. Those people that you inspire by you being you. And this is so unique that nobody else can do it for you. You have to do it. And in order to do it, you have to let go of that fear of being yourself, of that fear that when you are yourself, you are not loved enough, you are not appreciated enough, you might be not worthy enough to show up as a person that you are. And every person I have had a conversation with around this topic, who actually had decided to walk down their unique path, everybody says that once they allowed themselves to be themselves, things changed, sometimes drastically in a short period of time. And they were able to step into this unique place. They were able to change their businesses and lives for the better. And I want to invite you to really have a look. Where do you show up in your business and your life as you? And where do you show up as a person that you think you have to be in order to please someone, in order to get that deal, in order to make something happen? Where in your life are you truly yourself? And where do you pretend to be a person that you might not be because you think it is required? I believe and I think that once you really got that cleared out in your head and you got the clarity around it, it will be so much easier for you to show up as your unique self. Because you need to start to love yourself from within. It all starts with you. How can someone else appreciate you, love you, find you awesome if you are not having those thoughts about you? And this is usually something we do not learn in school or when we study, and it might be something that your parents have never told you how awesome you are. So I want to do this today. I want to let you know that you are just beautiful, perfect, awesome, the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you. Everything is wonderful. And if you want to change something, you can change it by growing, by being on your personal pathway, by being who you are, and by becoming who you are at your inside, like deep inside, and let that out. You can live a life full of freedom, of fun, of fulfillment. There will be ups and downs for sure. There will be challenges, right? The more you grow, the bigger your dreams will become, and the more challenges you will have. The question is your glass half full or is your glass half empty? How do you approach life? Do you play to win or do you play to not lose? And these are totally different mindsets. And I want to invite you today to really start being your true self and being okay with people fading out of your life, because you will make room for new amazing people to come into your life who will understand you, who will love and appreciate you, who will celebrate with you, who will enjoy life with you, and who will be okay with who you are. So no need to play the role of someone else or of that person you think you have to be in order to gain something. You can just show up as yourself and you will be amazed how much life will change and how easier it will become. Once I started not to care about what other people thought about me, once I started to really walk down my path, to get really, really clear what my desires are, how I define freedom and success for myself, once I figured that out, life became easier. It was like a big, heavy boulder was taking off of my shoulders. I've talked about this before when I started my job in high-ticket event sales. I think for the first 4 to 6 months, I never ever laughed on the phone with a client because my offer was such a big price offer that I thought there was nothing to laugh about. I did not allow myself to have fun on the phone interacting with another human being because my thinking was, well, this is a general manager, this is a CEO, this is the owner of a company. I have to be totally serious. I have to show up at this high-level professional person, and there's nothing to laugh. It's just facts, and they're going to buy because the facts are so amazing. Well, guess what? I had to work so much harder to make stuff happen, and I made it happen because I worked so hard. But after I let go of I had to be this person in order to have this benefit or this success, things changed dramatically. And I want to invite you to have a look at yourself. Where do you play that role that's not yours? Where do you show up not as yourself? And how can you change it fast? Because life will be so much more fun. It will be so much easier. Your perfect soulmate clients will be drawn to you. They will call you, and you have to work less while enjoying life much more. Because it's first be, then do, then have. And we always think we have to do in order to have. And then when we have, we can finally be. And that's just upside down. I really hope this message resonates. I really hope it got you at your core. And even if you think you are on that way to being totally authentic, have a look and see where this is true and where you still might be a little bit cheating yourself by thinking you are showing up as your authentic self, but not really being in your whole power, in alignment. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being on this wonderful podcast journey with me of Heart Sells Podcast. We touch lives all around the world. Right now, over 35 different countries are actually tuning into Heart Sells Podcast, and I'm so super excited about that. Thank you so much for listening, for being here. Make sure you subscribe. And if you can, please leave a review and a 5-star rating for Heart Sells Podcast so other people can find it, and spread the word. Invite your friends and family to celebrate with us a 200 episode of amazing content with high-level speakers from all around the world, and all the Variety Fridays where I share my knowledge, where I answer your questions, where I share resources, where I give empowerment and inspire. So thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in this beautiful world. And I'm saying bye for now.